Good evening, folks. This is another update on the repair of the EvoPower HD6000 SL diesel generator. I've come up this evening to do a test fit of the engine bracket / exhaust manifold heat noise cowling enclosure, whatever you want to call it. Okay, now it's not fitting quite right. It needs a little bit of work yet, but I'll try to show you what's fitted at the moment. We have here a bolt holding this part of the bracket to the engine casing temporarily. You'll notice here that this hole here doesn't quite line up correctly, but this whole part of the cowling, engine cowling, has dropped since removing this mounting bolt over here. So that will in actual fact lift up, and once it's retained in the right position there, the hole will, over here, okay, the camera's not picking that up, but the hole will line up with a little bit of persuasion on that side. I still have to dress this small weld off and re-drill the hole there. That wasn't drilled in the correct position. The drill wandered slightly, so that's just a little item to do yet. This hole over here I believe is going to be fine, but the manifold bracket isn't quite sitting the way I want it. I don't know if it's very clear in the video, but it appears to be slightly off the level if you compare it with the level of the head gasket. You can see a significant drop off to the left like that. So that needs to maybe be widened slightly. These holes are actually very tight, so I think I'll maybe re-drill the two holes for the studs, just to give them a little bit of wiggle room. I'm not sure, but when I got this tacked here, I gave a 3mm space because I thought I'd miscalculated the length of this part. But having done that, this part of the bracket seems to be pushed off outwards slightly. So if I'd kept that in tight, that might have helped to pull this part of the bracket in somewhat. So it's fitting, it's just not fitting very well, and I want to improve upon that before I get the final welding done to hold the various individual parts together. Another thing that's not quite right is this small, well, let's say recess that I've got cut here. It's mostly okay, but since having it welded to this area, and indeed the top now, that's pulled the whole arrangement slightly to the left, which means this doesn't quite locate down to the side of this raised part of the casting like it did previously, so that will need a little bit of a work done to this edge here. So we've got, that's one issue, two issues. I think that's okay. These two holes, 3 issues. I'll address them first, and I'll give it another try then once that's done. So yeah, you know, what's the saying? Strive for perfection and settle for excellence. Well, we can try, yeah. Anyway, I think that's all for this evening. The weather's starting to close in. I don't know when I'm going to get back up to the shed here to work at this. I don't mind the cold, but I don't like the wet, so we'll see what happens with the weather. Yeah, I think that's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and hope you found this, well, interesting, I guess. A little bit disappointed, you know, it's not quite fitting as well as I'd hoped it would have, as I did put a reasonable bit of care into the construction of this part, but it hasn't quite worked out as well as I'd hoped. So yeah, back to not the drawing board, but a little bit of rejigging, and we should be well on our way to getting this old Jenny back together. So yeah, that's it for now. Catch y'all later.